Look who's back. It's been a minute, Heladrin.
Hello and welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Rosie and I'm joined today by the lovely Alex.
Hello, everybody.
And Alex, you've recently played Styx Blades of Greed.
I have. Styx Blades of Greed has the distinct honour of being the first game I ever played at a Gamescom. My first ever Gamescom and the first game I ever played.
Wow, what an honour!
I know, I felt very privileged. I was in a room with the devs. They were very enthusiastic about it and I've got lots to say, so I'm really excited to get into it.
I'm excited to hear about it. I'm someone who knows nothing about this series or about this game, so Alex, tell me all about it.
Right, okay, so this is the third in a series of games, all about Styx, the thievy little goblin. It's a stealth action-adventure series based in a twisted, dark, medieval fantasy world. And I don't want people to be put off thinking, oh, it's the third in the series, you know, should I play the first couple of games before I play this one? That is absolutely not the case. This is a great point to jump into the series. There's like a mini reset, but at the same time, there are some returning characters that veterans of the series I think will appreciate seeing again. But the main thrust of this game is that Quartz has been discovered, and everyone in the world wants to seize Quartz. There are organisations with nefarious means and nefarious wants that want to get hold of Quartz. So basically, being the little thief that he is, Styx is like, well, I want a slice of the Quartz for myself as well. However, the character of Styx himself is very interesting before we get into the actual gameplay. He's quite grumpy, quite rude, a bit selfish, a bit sarcastic as well. I found him immediately very interesting as a protagonist because he's like, okay, this guy's a bit like me, but he's just very like, he's not this sort of outwardly honourable or particularly pleasant character, really. He's very selfish, but there's a lot of darkly funny interactions he has with characters, and straight off the bat there's a chat he has with a character, and he's just very rude, and he breaks the fourth wall a lot as well. There's going to be a lot of examples of that throughout the game, but I just found the character of Styx himself to be very interesting and unique straight away. And yeah, as I mentioned, I got to play the game for about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, played through just the opening of the game, and yeah, big emphasis here on stealth. You are a little goblin who can't really fight big humans properly, so his means of getting around and getting what he wants is to sneak around. And what I immediately was struck by when playing the game is that each room you go to is almost like a little bit like a puzzle. So the environment is laid out in a way for you to sort of skirt around and have a little look around. The enemies are facing certain ways. You can sort of look around and figure out a route through each room. And the game gives you a lot of cool tools to do that. There are enemy takedowns, stealth takedowns that you can do, and you have to hide the bodies, which is very much like a Hitman thing, which is really, really cool. You can pickpocket enemies to get extra items from them. There's also a thing called amber vision that you can go into, which means Styx can sort of see enemies around. You can almost see through walls that are nearby, so you can sense things around him. Again, this is all about giving you, the player, the information to figure out how to tackle the next section of the game in as clean a way as possible. Lots of environmental things here as well, as I mentioned. Light is like a thing in the game. Like, you have to make sure that you turn off torches on the walls and sort of keep yourself shrouded in darkness where you can. And there's different ways to do that. You can throw sort of bits of sand at torches from afar to put the torches out. So you can plan your way through the environment using different tools. You have to, amber vision again will reveal soft surfaces for you to land on and walk across, and it will also reveal noisy floorboards. There's things in the environment you can knock over if you're not careful, so you're constantly scanning the environment and trying to find your route through each room and each area. There's something very satisfying about sort of plotting your route and then executing it. It's really, really cool. And the one thing that the devs really wanted to talk about was how there's an added verticality to this game as well, over the previous games in the series. You can now climb. There's lots of climbing involved. You can climb up fireplaces. So if you're inside a building, go straight to the fireplace and you're on top of the roof, and then you're in a sort of different area, and you can analyze what's around you from there, which is kind of cool. And there was all sorts of things to do in terms of like platforming as well. I felt like there's like a double jump thing going on here, so there's like a light platforming element involved as well. And yeah, I made a lot of mistakes in the game, I'm not going to lie. Stealth games, there's a lot of trial and error involved. You want to try going this way, there's a man there, he spotted me, the run's over.
You got to get into the stealth mojo as well.
Exactly, and the great thing here is that if you tap L3, the game quick saves, and this is anywhere. So you can just quick save before going into an area you think, well, hang on, this looks a little bit tricky, but let's pop a quick save and try this strategy out. you can reload to a minute earlier and go again. So the moment that I was told this, I was pressing L3 all the time. But lots of quick save. But it means that you can experiment a little bit. And I think as the game opens up, and a dev very kindly showed me a sort of save, maybe halfway through the game, something like that, showing me a lot of the tools that they'd unlocked and this new vast environment. The environment we were in much later in the game was a lot more open. I was in a tutorial section where it's a little bit more linear and the game is sort of showing you the ropes a little bit. But this open environment, again, it's about locating the quartz. So there were numerous different quartzes that you could find, but you can tackle them in any order you want, and you are given so many tools to play around with as you explore the world. They're not just for dealing with enemies and distracting enemies, they are to get around. There's a glider, you can wall run, you can climb up surfaces. So the verticality here and giving yourself those vantage points over stealthy areas is really, really cool. And to get into the powers a little bit, so Quartz has unlocked new powers for Styx to use, and the more quartz that he gets and accumulates, the more powers he will have. These powers range from things like being able to turn invisible, which is super, super useful if you're being sneaky.
Yep.
You can freeze time. You can even control enemies. And I got to have a little bit of a go at controlling the enemies. So you can get them to go and open doors for you and all sorts of things like this. And just have a bit of fun with the enemies as well, you know? And I think there are a lot of different tools in there that I didn't get to play with, unfortunately, but there's going to be a lot of ways for you to control, distract, and manipulate enemies to do your bidding or to just simply get them out of the way. And yeah, the game has a really rewarding sense of solving each area, using the tools at your disposal, and it just has a lot of charm and a lot of character as well. Now, you have a sort of Zeppelin that all your team members are sort of on as you progress. And they all sort of gather there and you can chat to them, and they've each got their own little stories. And that Zeppelin serves as your way to get between areas where all the different quartz pieces can be found.
Okay, yeah.
So there's even like a cool I wouldn't go as far to say it's like a social sim, but there are like characters that will join you on your quest throughout the journey. So Styx begrudgingly becomes this sort of leader of a rogue gallery of characters, which is fun as well. The game has a lot going for it. I'm really excited to play more. The game currently is down for a fall 2025 release, but we will have to keep our eyes peeled for a release date announcement.
Alex, thank you so much for talking to us about this game. It sounds like a really fun, stealthy time, so thank you so much for telling us all about your time with it.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, I can't wait to play more.
And thank you all so much for watching at home. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and hit the notification bell so that you stay up to date with everything from the world of PlayStation.
PlayStation